ball's about to bounce, so we'll go from there.
So we're underway. Bounced down on the cricket pitch there. Summers got the first tap for Belgrave, but there's an early free kick, which is going to go their way from the stoppage to kick things off. In the hands of King. King works it towards half forward. It lands a couple of steps ahead of the leading forward coming out. Crashing in there was Smith. Couldn't get it out. Eventually squeezes out the hand pass. It comes Belgrave's way towards the pocket. Power. He's been a noted goal scorer. Shares it around. It's worked towards the top of the square. Umpire has found a hold about 20 metres from goal. Interesting one with the momentum of the player carrying him backwards. Umpire deeming that there was some assistance from the defence in that, and it will be a chance at goal very early here to Beggs. In fact, it'll go... Beggs has retreated from the area. It'll go to Prismic instead. So Prismic kicking towards the more shaded end of the ground. 20 metres out directly in front. Steers through the opening goal of the afternoon. So 1 straight 6 at Belgrave. Yarra Glen yet to score. What did you think of that one, Keith? You sort of sense with the ball in the air that that's what the umpire was going to pay.
Yeah, not too bad, that one. Good footy.
So back in the middle, Yarra Glen win the tap. First possession will go the way of Belgrave. Hand pass fed back. Interesting choice, the long sleeves on a day like today there for Brown. It's worked towards Summers. Summers out wide. Brought into the middle of the ground. He'll get it back again. So right in that centre circle where he had contested the bounce. Awkward kick. Brown then caught high going in low. Umpire setting the standard early, out wide. Got an option in a bit of space here in Weston. Weston will go over the top. Kick just turned Pentland around a little bit, but was able to take the mark. Spears it into the pocket, so it's about 45 metres from goal on a 45-degree angle on the interchange side, and it will be Beggs this time. Not the easiest kick, but pretty still conditions. And the left footer, that's close. It was flirting with that left-hand post, but it's done enough, I think, although we're just going to wait for a bit of a consultation. Just waiting for the all clear there. And it comes, and it is the second goal of the afternoon to the visitors. I think the umpire might have been about to pay a 50-metre penalty and just had to clarify whether that was a goal first. So Yarra Glen with the tap. They need to get a clearance here. The hand pass fed back well. Binion was involved. Bit of a 1-2. It comes to Smith. Smith works it forward. That was neat. Finds its way through to McDonald. McDonald will go towards the leading target at about 35. One down at the back there by Fong. Works it into the middle of the ground. Free kick back where the ball landed. It's chipped now across defensive 50. Pentland. Pentland, an awkward looking kick down towards the wing position. Asked a little bit there of the big man Beggs, who kicked that last goal. Gathers goes on the left again. 2-on-2 down there. Worked nicely by the Yarra Glen defence into the middle of the ground where they've got a couple of options with some space. Indepino was involved. Coming off half back, gets onto the right boot. Not a bad looking kick forward. Good hard work on the lead to take the mark. So Hawkins, as you said, kicked 3 of 4 last week. Places that kick beautifully. Just fell a metre short. Almost hit Binion on the chest running into the open goal. Just millimetres off. Good contest there from Capuano to bring it to ground. Yarra Glen still in the contest. Umpire Pays holding the ball. Chipped to the pocket. And now a neat ball down the line. No mark taken. 3-on-1 here in favour of Yarra Glen. If they can share this one around. Marsh did pretty well in the 1-2. Floats the kick forward. Lands in a little bit of space. It'll pop up okay there for Beattie, who's met hard in a tackle. And the umpire, that was a little bit harsh in terms of prior opportunity, has paid holding the ball. The wraparound on. It kick didn't have the carry. Wouldn't have gone the required distance anyway. So Belgrave work it up the broadcast side wing. Finds its way towards Dawson. Goes forward. Good defensive play there by Brereton to bring that to ground. Continues to paddle it out towards the back pocket. Plenty of numbers around the footy. Socket into a little bit of space. They've got the numbers here, Yarra Glen, and instead of conceding, they will control it on the way out, looking for an option up the middle of the ground. Plenty of distance on it. Contest was a good one from the back to bring it to ground, but numbers here with Brennan of Belgrave. A little bit of a fumble there from Brown. Comes back towards Brennan, quickly off to the ruckman in Summers. Blazes away inside 50. It's knocked to ground. Quick kick out of there by Surplice out towards the back pocket. Good aggression there from Fritz running through. Opens up the angle, bounces it through. Not sure he made sweet contact with the kick, but had enough space to work that through. Felt like, Heath, in the last few minutes, that one went against the run. It felt like you guys had a bit of play and a couple of half chances inside 50.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Chris Beattie got done stiff there with that holding the ball. That was didn't have much of the footy before he got done, but what can you do? But movement's there, so we'll keep going, see what happens.
So they tap out. Clearance almost going the way there of Yarra. They're still controlling it okay. Good tackle put on in there by Capuano. Umpire eventually calls for the bounce. Well shared. Hawkins into the middle of the ground. Hands were good there from Brennan. Tackle pressure neat in the middle, and a free kick will go away. Non-controlling umpire coming in and paying incorrect disposal. It's the right decision there. It's chipped into the middle of the ground. Ashton still inside the centre square. Ended up a spearing ball front edge of the cricket pitch area. Capuano has it. Maybe 80 from home. Left footer puts it into a dangerous position. Ball hits the deck, and they get time to get the kick away here. Took on the tackle, and the umpire deemed it so. Free kick. Worked out from the kick in. Brennan was the target of that. Couldn't take the mark, but did enough to make a contest. Brown. Not a bad-looking kick, although it goes through the hands of Prismic. Centering ball there from Ashton, well read. And a good defensive mark taken, although the hand pass, he didn't get back far enough off the mark, which opened the door for Yarra Glen to get in there and put some pressure on. It was Westcott. But we didn't realise that the defender was that, or the opposition was that close. Brought to ground, taken here by Stowe. Sweeps the hand pass over the top. Fritz took on a tackler. Kick just the required distance. Worked into the middle of the ground there by Prismic. Well judged there by Ryan. Didn't take the mark, but had time to recover. Went off towards Nunn. Has kicked 9 goals in a meeting between these sides last year. Gets their first blemish this afternoon. 3-1-19. to no score. So chipped into the middle. Smith couldn't take the mark, but was caught high at the fall. Short ball again, so still in the middle of the ground. That kick just a little bit too hot. Taken there by Stowe. Tries to straighten onto the right. Hangs the kick in the air. Mark taken between centre half forward and midfield. Going towards the forward flank. Taken there by Wood. Umpire gives him a bit of time to sort this one out. A little bouncing end over end kick down towards the goal square. Yarra just getting the hand pass away. Good bold defence. They thump it into the middle of the ground. Mark missed there, which opens the door for Yarra Glen. If the ball will sit, they'll have a little bit of space. Continuing to paddle it forward. Got an opportunity here, a couple of kicks from goal. Hand pass fluffed a little bit there from DePina. Goes back in after it again. Hand pass looking for some space. Prismic took on the tackler. Just got the hand pass away. Squeezing left foot kick forward. Brown just floating back in that quarterback role, slices the kick to Weston. And it worked forward, very close to the boundary line there. Stowe, the interchange gates, sets it up to about 35. Mark spilled interference, says the umpire. Been a lot of whistles in the early part of the game, so setting a bit of a standard early. So opportunity here for Dawson at goal. Nice looking kick. And through it goes for their fourth. 4-1-25. Yarra Glen yet to score. The inside 50 numbers that we had them in front of us would be fairly even. So starting to get their hands on a little bit in the middle. Good strength crashing through. Umpire deemed the attempt was genuine and it worked it forward. But one back here by Belgrave up towards Beggs in the wing. Drops the kick a little bit low inside 50. Good speed there and the hurried snap towards goal. Just missed from Nunn. And good bend on it. A little bit further out and that might have curled sufficiently. So it's 4-2-26. To Belgrave, attacking down towards the shaded end of the ground. So Gurney, veteran, as we mentioned, milestone game for him. Free kick to Yarra Glen on the half-back line. Can they break forward? Kicks out to Ashton on the half-back flank. Down the line, kick dropped a little bit short. And now Belgrave will try to bring it into the middle. Hamilton involved in that. It's then worked to about 80. 2-on-2s down there at the top of the square. Good spoil coming across. It was Russell who got hands on that, over for a throw-in. 30 around from the Belgrave goal. Out to the pocket. Well trapped, hand pass down the line. Kick out Brereton. Did well to take the mark. Pushes off. Goes long towards half forward. Opportunity there. The big frame pushing back there of Wilson made a contest. Open the door there for DePina. Goes towards one-on-ones. Almost some interference. Tracking towards it. Good aggression. Squeezing the kick away. Umpire will call play on. Didn't go the required distance, but they'll get their first goal in any case. Smith. And a lot of that through some good contests there, Keith. Wilson first of all, and then a couple of strong one-on-ones where they didn't mark it, but they were able to just keep it alive.
Yeah, Pony or Brereton down there had a good grab. Didn't expect him to grab it, but he did, and off we went from there. So, ripper.
Just a bit of reward. Feels like you've played well enough to be closer than the score would suggest.
Correct.
Around the grounds at AFL level, we'll check in a quarter time in this competition. Gold Coast 14-10-94, North 11-9-75. Just after half time, Carlton 7-11-53, West Coast 4-7-31. Both those sides looking for win number one on the season, as are these two sides. Beggs picked it up pretty well for a big man, got onto his left foot, just couldn't steady enough and sent the kick out of bounds. So the free kick with Yarra Glen in the back pocket, and the umpire will pay 50. Didn't get back off the mark. A couple of little calls was enough. They're looking a little bit bemused down there, the Belgrave players, but a couple of whistles didn't get the response, so he's marched up into the middle of the ground. Good wrap around. Smith. It is Austin Smith. It was Ryan Smith that kicked the goal a few moments ago. McDonald pulls the kick forward, dropped a few metres short, one back by Belgrave on the half-back flank. Kick had too much on it. Cut off there by Marsh. Out to the wing position. Good lead from Battle. Battle works it into the middle. Good quick hands there. Ashton was involved. Bouncing kick inside 50 again. They've kept their feet well, and they'll snap a second in a row. Hawkins, who had a hand in the last one, gets that one himself. And again, the benefit of just being strong in the contest and keeping your feet. 2 straight 12. Plays 4-2-26. He looked in good touch last week, mate. Kicked 3 of the 4 and had a hand in both scores today.
Yep, that's he did. So he's a handy little fella.
So first 4 to Belgrave, last couple to Yarra Glen. Spun a long time in the tackle at 360. Umpire waving that one on. Long kick forward. Again, all one-on-ones. Work towards the line there from Belgrave. They eventually get the reinforcements there, and it's going to be a free kick for a push. Deeming that the Yarra Glen forward was worked unfairly off the ball, and Hawkins will look for a second goal in a minute. Kick the last one off a snap. We'll try to do the same here by opening up the angle and curls that through very nicely. So 3 last week and 2 in a minute here. And all of a sudden it's an 8-point game. 3 straight, plays 4-2. So Yarra Glen looking to get back on parity here with goals. Wobbly kick forward, mark almost taken. Nice little turn there, Hawkins. Won't have the shot himself. Tried to feed the hand pass off towards Wilson. Caught in the tackle, couldn't escape. And the umpire had seen enough. Worked up to halfback. Summers started the game okay in there at the bounce. High kick. Buffeted off the ball there. Free kick will go to Stowe. In fact, it's gone against Stowe there, so a little bit of interference. It's worked forward here towards Ferns. Ferns concedes a little bit of territory. They eventually loop the hand pass over the top towards Chamberlain. Chamberlain will bring it into the middle of the ground. Ball probably lost in the sun there by a couple of them as it landed between 4 players. Good control there from Prismic, who kicked the opening goal of the game, but turns it over on the way out. Ashton will go towards the pocket, towards that man again who's taken the mark. Umpire paid a free kick just before he held it anyway. So Hawkins will look for his 3rd in a row.
3rd in a row, we'll hear about it all night at the footy function, that's for sure, if he does.
What is the function tonight? You got a theme?
Trivia night.
Nice.
Get the brain working.
Early in the season before...
it's a bit mangled by the end of it.
That's right. Hawkins for number 3. He snapped the last 2. Drop punt this time and pushes it across the face. 2 goals, 1 of his sides. 3 goals, 1. 3-1-19 to 4-2-26. The game certainly tightened up. So quickly up towards the outer side wing. Hands in towards Freeman, who couldn't trap it. It's under pressure and gave away the free kick once he lost control of it. He then grabbed the jumper. So Yarra Glen will work it forward. It's a 2-on-1 in favour of Belgrave, so it's 1 back straight away. King. Driving left foot kick forward. Battle first on the scene, but boundary line will beat both of them. First 6 scoring shots to Belgrave, last 4 to the home side. Contesting the ruck in there now, Bryce for Belgrave. Margin of 7 points. Umpire calling advantage as it's won through the middle of the ground. Good kick forward, mark taken by DePino, who moves it on quickly. Kick was smothered going inside 50. Belgrave still under the pump here. Good aggression in there from Van der Westhausen, who couldn't get the hand pass away, but at least gets the stoppage just outside 50. Squeezing kick forward there from Woods. So they've advanced it inside 50, where they'll get another bounce. Couple of minutes to play in this first term. Going up in the ruck there was Surplice, and the umpire comes in and pays a free kick to Yarra Glen. Man on the marks at about 45, 47. He's got this one in him potentially.
Thunder, yeah, we've got a bit of a thunder kick, so... No, he's done a little bit of footy in the United States. He's originally from there, so he's a good, handy pickup.
Unique footballing background. Pushed across to the right, one behind. Had the distance, no problems. 3-2 to 4-2. So outside 50. Yarra Glen to send it back in once more to the pocket. Through hands and over we'll have another bounce. Umpire having a bit of a chat, getting him a chance to sort a few things out. So back within a kick, can Yarra Glen potentially square it up before quarter time? Not a heap of time left in the term. We're going to have a third stoppage in a row. Trying to get a little bit of clearance there. They work at about 10 metres closer to goal. Nice work there from Battle. Long kick towards Hawkins, and he should get his third this time. Man on the mark, almost inside the goal square. Could be the final act of the term. And having an enormous influence, particularly in the second half of the quarter as he drives that one through. Quarter of two halves, if you will. Belgrave 4-2-26, Yarra Glen 4-2-26, and it's come in that order.
Got a bit of a game on our hands now.
Absolutely. Anything that you feel sort of turned it? Was it just getting on top around the middle? Clearances have been pretty good over the last 10 minutes or so.
Just a bit ahead over the ball by the looks of it, and actually taking it on, using your body, and then setting it up well on the forward. So Sandy having Josh down there, able to, big mitts that he's got, so he can hold the footy. But everyone else is playing their part, which is what we need, and that's the way to win. So it's working out.
Worked forward, down towards the pocket. Can they hit the front by quarter time? Depina couldn't quite trap it, and it goes over. Hold of the jumper, so a free kick to Yarra Glen in the pocket, and they can potentially take the lead in what will be the final kick of the term, coming after the siren to McDonald.
I think this will be his first goal for the footy club.
Kicks from 45, and it is indeed his first. And the reaction, if you didn't know, you would now, as they come to him from everywhere, and that's 5 in a row. Yarra Glen, fair to say on paper it would be an upset based on what we saw last season, but feeling very bullish heading to the quarter time break, and it is. So Belgrave quarter time siren came at a good time for them. They'd lost momentum completely in the game and the lead. They'll now be attacking down towards our broadcast end, but Yarra Glen get the first initial clearance. It's a crunching tackle there from Ashton. Welcoming Pentland there to the second quarter. A few of the Belgrave players looking for a free kick there for the potentially dangerous tackle, but not so much a sling. Going up in the ruck there, Surplice, then gets it back, kicks it off the right. It'll land about 25 metres out. In fact, it won't land because it'll be marked. So they just pick up where they left off in the first term. They get the first inside 50 and the first shot at goal. It could be a decent day out for this man.
I'm going to hear about it for a week.
Well, he kicked, as we said last week, they kicked 4. He got 3 of them. This for 4 out of 6. 25 metres out and gets it there. 4 goals, 1, and that's 6 in a row for Yarra Glen, who are up and about 6-2-38. Belgrave anchored to 4-2-26. Wonder what his PB is. Josh Hawkins, imagine he's kicked a few over the journey, but he's on track for quite a few today. Give you the scores from the other games across this and the other division very shortly. Forward they go again, and the mark taken. Appeals for a free kick, but nothing doing. So for the moment they hold things up. At Toomuck Reserve, Pakenham in the second quarter dominant over Powelltown, 8-12-60 to 2 behinds. No score as yet from the Yarra Junction versus Yea clash. Several big winners last week, 8-3-51, lead Alexandra 4-6-30, and the mighty Warburton with the bye this week. So that's in this division, of course. Taking a look at the Premier Division, Wandon 5-3-33 lead Warrigallic 4-1-25. Healesville 5-8-38 over Emerald 2-4-16 as Belgrave work their way to about 25. Appeals for a hold on the jumper, but nothing doing. Yarra Glen just getting the hand pass out. Probably would have preferred that stay in. Snap towards goal, all about the bounce from Nunn, but well protected back there on the line from Marsh, working it through for a behind. Mount Evelyn 3-4-22 lead Gembrook 2-3-15. Officer 3-3-21 over Upway Tacoma 2-7-19. And Alinda Ferny Creek 4-4-28 lead Monbulk 3-4-22. Bit of a battle of the mountain in that one. In the AFL, both those games blowing out now. Gold Coast 128, North 82, 46-point game there. And Carlton 11-14-80 to West Coast 4-11-35. So the Blues on track for victory number 1 on the season for them, which will give them a bit of relief. Belgrave looking to work it inside 50. Johnston does just that. Well judged. At the back there, Mark not quite held there by Gurney, but did it okay. Hand pass through towards Ashton, who's had a few touches. And the umpire holding the ball. They've been pretty consistent on that. You only need a fleeting bit of prior opportunity. Brown sets it up across from the side. Good mark taken. And they need a goal. And Beggs will line up for his second. They trail by 11 points, but they've given up the last 6. And that looks okay. Waiting on the call. One behind. Just a consultation here between field umpire and goal umpire. And eventually they get that result. 4-4 plays 6-2. Neat kick up towards the wing position. Good contest. Was brought to ground. Snapping out towards the boundary. All about the bounce if that runs on. The umpire will likely pay the free kick and does. Just needed that to sit up a little bit and take its time getting out of play. It's worked to the wing. Long ball forward. Knocked away. It's over the back here. Taken by Ashton. High ball close to the boundary, out of bounds on the full. So Brown will move it on straight away. Cuts inboard. Goes to a one-on-one, good strength. Working his way to the front to take the mark was Dawson. He won't have a shot for his second. Centres it instead. Was a little bit too eager in getting that across. Nunn hand passes it back. Almost thrown there by, simple as it was, sort of caught between trying to knock it on or take possession, and in the end sort of did both and has been penalised as a result. So they've had probably the last 3 or 4 inside 50s. Can they get the goal on the board to settle that missing to the right-hand side? Third behind for that man this afternoon. 4-5 plays 6-2. Worked in, risky kick. Height advantage at the back there was for King, but it goes to ground. They work it to the top of the square and can't miss this time. Nunn walks into the open goal and gets his first. So he kicked 12 in the 2 meetings between the two sides last year, 3 and then 9. And gets one here, 5-5-35 to 6-2-38. Couple of changes about to be made for Yarra Glen. Capino and also Battle getting ready to return. Clearance here goes the way of Smith towards Surplice, throws it onto the boot. Wobbles it towards centre half forward, goes back after his own footy. Scramble in there, he gets a third crack at it. Umpire will eventually pay a free kick for a hold. The advantage was sort of half on. McDonald, who kicked a goal late in the term, chips that kick out wide looking for Smith. Smith centres it. They can just settle down for the moment. So the man on the mark is right on the 50. Wobbly, floaty kick. Can be awkward for the defence. Goes down towards Hawkins. And off hands for a throw-in, so they'll get another chance to set up. Umpire's paid a high tackle, so that gives Belgrave the chance to relieve, and a bit of push and shove. Looks like we're going to have a 50-metre penalty and potentially a card as well. The yellow comes out. It's an inopportune moment. The game sort of teetering in the balance as it is. So it advances them to the middle.
Wow.
Pentland works his way through and Wood takes the seat. What did you make of that? Just a bit of...
I don't know. He's usually a quiet fellow, Woodsy, but, well, you know, when push comes to shove, you fly the flag and away, so what can you do?
Heat of the moment, and sit down for a bit and be back out there shortly. Hand pass wide. It's close to the boundary.
Shoulder.
High contact. And another 50, so the umpire's just looking to take a bit of control here with some of the aggro in the last couple of minutes. It's a third 50-metre penalty. We had 2 in a row in the last bit of play. So Beattie didn't have anyone on the mark initially, so gained a few metres, went forward. Mark Spilt. Out towards Hawkins. Tries to keep it alive and probably gets a free kick. He does. Put the head over the ball, and
this will test him.
Well, if he gets this, then he's on track for
a good day out.
Yeah, double digits potentially. He passes it instead, does a team thing, goes in towards Ashton, who wastes no time and drives it through to the right-hand side. Looked good off the boot. And just drew late, 1 behind. 6-3 plays 5-5. So it's worked into the middle of the ground. Smith did well to get a hand to it. Tried to hand pass it back towards Brereton. It was knocked down. Yarra, Glen get the numbers there anyway. That's not a bad kick to a dangerous position. Splitting the pack was Wilson. Couldn't take the mark. It comes out to Hawkins for number 5 and he misses. But he gets a free kick. He was dumped as he kicked it. So that obviously that can't be relayed down the ground because it went through on the full. So it's going to come back. And he gets a 50-metre penalty. So you can mark that in the book. So that's 4 50-metre penalties in the last 3 minutes. So Hawkins, point-blank range, just slams it through for another one. 5 goals well before half-time. And a 10-point lead, 7-3-45 to 5-5-35.
It's a good day for footy. God bless the water carriers too. They're doing bloody God's work at the moment.
They're going to earn their keep, that's for sure. Hawkins on the live tracker would be the leading goal kicker in the comp with the 3 kicked last week.
There we go.
Inside or towards the edge of 50, cut off there by Fong. Out wide it goes. It's got him registered as kicking 137 from 221 games coming into today. So 5 looking good in terms of some of those career best numbers punched out towards the boundary and over. We'll have a look at last season. Kicked 38 for the year last year. Kicked 5 against Yea. So that was the only time he got that mark last season. And he's already at that point now. They streak forward on the left. He's got a one-on-one here potentially. And I reckon he's marked that, he has. He was caught behind. He had no right to get that footy from where he was. Five goals, 1. And so far, if you're Sam Wood, who copped the yellow card in the 15 minutes, your side might have be no damage done. It might be 2 goals to zip so far during that break. Sets it up and pushes it across the face. So it doesn't get number 6 there. 5 goals, 2, 7-4, 46 to 5-5, 35. Left foot kick down the middle, a little bit risky. Had plenty of distance, but opened the door for Yarra Glen to get it back again. It's worked forward. Good spoil, well read. Coming across there from Hamilton. Umpire's paid a hold, and it's going to be a Yarra Glen free kick. A lot of whistles in the first half of this game. It's a ruck infringement that time. What's he like on the set shot?
He's not bad, Caleb. He's usually a bit of a backman, but no, he's all right. Long legs on the fella, so...
Saying the surname, right? Sir Police?
No idea. I'll just call him Caleb. I'm going to say yes.
So Caleb 45 metres out. That's not a bad strike. And through it goes. So back-to-back goals again for Yarra Glen, who continue to build momentum. 8-4-52 to 5-5-35. Umpire paying a throw. So Yarra Glen will work it forward again. Hawkins at the back, becomes a bit of a foot race. The opposing number 36 gets their first Batali, trying to peel off there, Hawkins, and put enough gap between them that maybe the umpire would pay a deliberate behind. Good ball out, good mark taken, and good strong grab. And that's a contender for the game face vision mark of the day, and another 50-metre penalty. Floats it to about 45. Good spoil at the back from Russell. Well sharked there. The snap towards goal from Nunn, just to the right-hand side. 1 goal 4 for Kyle Nunn in this game. Could have had a Josh Hawkins type afternoon.
There's only one Josh Hawkins.
Reaching up there was Webber. Couldn't quite bring it to ground, but did stop it on its path through to Belgrave. That's almost the throw. Play on, says the umpire. Well read there. Good attack on the ball from Ryan. Ran straight into a brick wall and penalised. They've been red hot on that. Capuano receives, then went off towards Binion, who works it inboard. McDonald attacked it hard, brought to ground there by Brown. Umpire crosses themselves, will bounce once again. At the fall there was Wood crashing through also Belgrave, and umpire deeming that there was prior opportunity in that one. McDonald gets the free kick over to a teammate there in Capuano, who was under the pump. That one probably was holding the ball. The umpire let that go.
I think you're right.
They probably don't mind if they are red hot on something. It's just when you all of a sudden don't pay it. And now the umpire pays holding the ball, which will frustrate Belgrave a little bit. Nunn with the clap for the umpire. Good mark pushing into the footy there from Fong, who held his ground, conceded some territory there with a dangerous kick. Opened the door for Yarra Glen, went back in and got it himself to tidy it up. The left foot snap into the middle of the ground, bounces off Stowe's hands. It'll come back again. Awkward left foot kick, just travelling the required distance. Hamilton goes back and marks it. 16-point game in this second term. And another holding the ball free kick. This time it goes the way of Belgrave, so they'll get some relief just forward of the centre circle. Left foot kick standing in the way there was Surplus, was knocked away from him. Left foot kick looks all right.
Behind.
And just missing from King.
Tell you, good day to be a solar panel. Sun's out.
It's a warm day for mid-April. Worked up towards the front of the Yarra Glen bench. The target of the kick was Beattie. It's trapped by Fritz. Kicks to centre half forward. Brereton kept the ball in front, didn't control it, but now the free kick will go Belgrave's way. Chance for Weston. Dawson with the chance now late in this term. on the approach, kicking from about 55. Won't quite have the carry. That might have been marked, or did it get over the line? It just did. So again, the consultation, and all clear, one behind. Eight 4 plays 5-7. Chamberlain goes out towards the wing position in a fair bit of space out there. Battle brings it back inboard to Smith. Centering kick is good. Gurney pushing a long way down the ground. Goes into the corridor. Have a chance for a few flashing through there. Strong attack on the player there, but high contact. So under 2 minutes left until half time. Hamilton tracking after it. Up to a one-on-one in the wing position. Target was Dawson. Goal either way before half-time would be significant, either back to single figures or beyond 20 points. So for those just tuning in, Belgrave led 4-2, 26 to no score about 15 minutes in. Yarra Glen had hit the front by quarter time. They've kicked 8 of the last 9 goals now to lead by 15 points, 8-4 to 5-7. Brown, long ball forward. Clever paddle on there from Nunn, but only favoured Battle. Thumps it into the middle of the ground. Brown waiting underneath it. Couldn't take the mark. Almost gave the free kick away. Good contest between the two of them. Brown did pretty well to wrestle it free. Trying to crash through. And the umpire saying that was a dangerous tackle. So Yarra Glen ball. So they'll get another opportunity eventually. This is a bit of a skirmish between both sides. Moving it on quickly, but caught immediately. And another free kick for a push. Capuano's ball. Forward it goes. Van der Westhausen has it. Centering kick, Smith gave the nudge.
Come on. No.
And that will end a very good first half. Lead Monbulk 5-6 at 36. Keith, as we
kick the cord out. Sorry, it should be coming through.
As we welcome you back, you've got, I think, a couple of flags over there to notify when Sam Wood can come back onto the ground. What's the stage of the quarter where that can happen?
He will be back on at the 11th minute on the 12th second.
11.
We'll be able to back on and tear it up.
11 minutes, 12 seconds in after the card in that second term rather. Free kick to Belgrave. Started the game well, and they've started the second half in similar fashion. They lost their way a little bit, but they've got back within 10 points. Beggs, who kicked the goal, gets the hand pass off, and the long running shot there from Power gets their second of the quarter. Back to 4 points in the blink of an eye. 7-7-49. Yarra Glen 8-5-53. full time in the Barossa Valley. Gold Coast 21-15-141, defeating North Melbourne 13-11-89. North did lead that game in the third quarter, so big finish for the Suns, and we're only minutes away from the siren in the Carlton West Coast game, and the Blues dominant 16-18, 114 West Coast battling 6-14-50. So the battle of the winless sides there goes the way of Carlton. Bulldogs and Brisbane next up in Norwood in about 15 minutes time. So covering the sweep of matches. Can Yarra Glen get one to steady here? Just lost a bit of momentum coming out of the break. They'll get a free kick here to Smith, which will help their cause. Austin Smith wheeling around onto the right, turns it over at centre half forward. It comes out to Brown, who had a pretty solid first half. Kicks towards the man who's giving them a bit of a lift here in Beggs. Started the second half well. Not a great kick up to attacking 50. Caught there was Gurney, turned back into traffic. Holding the ball, free kick gives an opportunity for Belgrave to shoot for the lead, and it's happened pretty quickly. Jaden Wood will be the recipient. And hanging that one out to the right. So margin 3 points, 8-5-53 Yarra Glen, 7-8-50. About 4 minutes into the second half. Belgrave cutting the margin from 16 back to 3. So called to play on the way out. Smith takes the mark, tried to move it on quickly. Kick was smothered. We'll have to go back in after it again. Yarra Glen defending gamely here under pressure. Beggs stripped of it, brought to ground. Hand pass comes out in the direction there of Prismic, who kicked the first goal of the game. Curls that back to the top of the square. Will it sit for none? It doesn't. Going over the line for a minor score, 7-9-51 to 8-5-53. Neat kick up the middle of the ground, finds Ferns. Ferns kicks towards half forward. Knocked to ground there was Depina. Ball stays alive for Ryan. To centre half forward. The numbers are with Yarra Glen if this hits the deck. And that would be a red hot holding the ball. That's quite a bizarre decision. Almost being tackled as he took possession. So Power, who has kicked a goal in this quarter already on the run. And that one sailed through comfortably. Gets the chance on the set shot. Thumps it long, great looking kick. 2 in a row, that's a lovely strike. Eight 9-57 plays 8-5-53. Worked forward, can Yarra Glen immediately swing the momentum? They've done it once in the game already. Dinky kick out, that should work out okay. Mark taken, they'll play on into the open goal and they answer straight away. Van der Westhausen did well to get the hand pass off. And they get the finish. So 9-5-59 to 8-9-57. So they break that run of outs. Umpire with a free kick out of the middle. There have been a few of those to start play already in this quarter. Smith with the wraparound. Mark taken again. Van der Westhausen having an influence. Again feeds the runner in Smith, who's been very busy in the quarter. Goes with a long running shot at goal and kicks it. He's probably had 6 or 7 touches in the quarter. Good mature response here, Keith. They lost momentum and they've gone bang bang and settled back in.
No, Aussie Smith's first goal back since being back at Yarra Glen.
So, entertaining game. 3 goals to 2 in the quarter. Squeezing the kick out of there was Prismic, partially smothered out towards the wing position. Crunch there was Freeman. And just a tiny bit of inconsistency around those holding the balls. Not that that was. Getting very close to that 11-minute mark, which would allow the time to elapse on the card for Sam Wood. Here's Nunn, who's had 6 shots at goal in the game. Back to Freeman. Freeman had a couple of options. It's then coughed up back towards Nunn, but a holding free kick. It's going to go here to Yarra Glen, which is an interesting free kick to give away. They had possession and should have put a bit of a hold on as they were trying to shepherd. Brereton will be the recipient. Knocked to ground there by Pina, who goes back in after it again, gets the kick away. The man of the first half is Hawkins, caught behind his opponent on this occasion. Doing well to keep the ball alive. Belgrave, Capuano charges through, and another extraordinarily red-hot holding the ball. So Wood gets the all clear to go back out onto the ground. Binion hand pass over the top. Capuano again. Left foot running shot. Goes to about 20. Hawkins couldn't quite take the mark. DePina's there. Can he get the kick away? Hand pass off to Van der Westhausen. Goes through the legs there of Hawkins. Under the pump in defence here, Belgrave. Westcott with the kick out. Keeping his feet there is Weston. Squeezes it forward, showed good composure. Play on's a call, didn't go the required distance. Brought into the middle of the ground here to Stowe. Back here to Pentland. Finds a target over the top in Beggs. Prismic. And finds the target inside 50. Game opening up. Warm day, bit of fatigue from both sides. Dawson with a chance for his second as well. Strikes it well. 4th goal of the term to Belgrave. Dawson gets his second of the game. Joins Power and Nunn as multiples. And the margin back to 2 points. 9-9-63 to 10-5-65. $13-minute mark of the term.
What are you making out of the game, mate?
Yeah, it's interesting. I thought Yarra Glen were right on top at half time. It's turned into a a genuine flip of the coin. How's the fitness? You mentioned a lot of running in the pre-season. They're going to probably come down to that.
Plenty of running, like our new coach, Jason. He's come through and made us run bloody heck of a lot. But, it's worked out well on fitness-wise and, now bringing it into a Saturday, so it's all good. But, the heat's a bit of a struggle as well, so... Couple of sore boys out there, I reckon.
Did you have a couple of practice matches in warmer weather, or?
Yeah, we had one against the Basin. That was a bit hot. That was fine. Then supposed to have one against Box Hill South, I think, and they couldn't actually get the numbers up, so we didn't end up playing.
How'd you find you were running that first one out?
Not too bad. It's two different leagues, EFL and the Outer East. So the EFL of boys, I find better football skills, so that little bit harder and more faster paced, but it's good experience for everyone else.
Another snag from a stoppage there, having a very big quarter, is Smith getting involved in plenty. And they get the answer, which they've got to keep doing. 11-5, 71 to 9-9, 63. Middle stages of this third term. Already a significant turnaround. I said the two results last year between these two sides, 126 and 109 point wins to Belgrave. They kicked 49 goals in total in those two matches. Yarra Glen right in this one, holding an 8-point advantage. Great spin out of there by King. Hand pass inside 50 is coughed up though. Another strong hand pass out that's going to fall a little bit short. Fritz loops it into a little bit of space. Not a great bounce there for Stowe. And now they've got a player in plenty of room here in Kikadopoulos who can float a low ball inside 50. Coming out after it there is Hawkins, appealing for a free kick for holding it. And nothing doing. Wilson flicks it over the back, and it's a throw. Ashton, 65 metres from goal, thumps it long to the teeth. Hawkins at the back tried to claim the mark, but man in front. Which obviously, at the Adelaide Oval in the Crows-Cats game the other day, there was that interesting one that didn't go that way, but the correct decision taken here by King, received from Brown. Straight through the fingers, it's going to come back in here via Marsh. Hawkins again trying to get himself to the front. And the mark taken as it's worked out. Belgrave towards Brown. Sits it up to King. Risky kick into the middle. Good courage. Nice mark. Taken there by Batali under some heat. Nice grab. Kicking off a step. Dawson. It's a well-weighted ball. Beautiful kick. And Power has hit two very sweetly in this quarter. One on the run and one from a set shot. This is probably the most gettable of his 3 shots at goal. So you'd give him every chance to roll this one through. Turned into a goal-for-goal scenario. 4-3 in this term. Belgrave's way. Can they close it back to 2 points? And he has hit it well. 3 goals in the quarter for Nathan Power. Kicked 7 in the round 1 meeting last year between these two sides. So he can find the scoreboard. 5 goals, 2 to 3 straight in this quarter Belgrave's way. 10-9-69 they are. Yarra Glen 11-5-71. There it is again from Smith, who's had an excellent quarter. Kicked the couple himself. Wood back onto the ground. Burrowing through, tried to get the hand pass to the other of the Smiths in Ryan. Held up right on attacking 50. Taken out of the middle there by Brown to Nunn. Nunn through the middle, long way from home. Bounces that over the top. It becomes a foot race. There's only the one defender back. Did they get boot to ball? Scampering after that was Woods. And just the minor score. No kick deemed in that situation, in that scramble of legs and bodies on the line. 1 point game, 10-10 to 11-5. Good mark there, Ferns. The vertical leap gets the hand pass off to Benny, who goes towards half forward. Doing well there to bring that to ground was DePina, but the numbers with Belgrave were starting to get a bit of that around the footy. None. Certainly having an influence. Kicks that inside 50 at the back. Powers there. Couldn't hang on to the mark. Floating onto it there is Prismic. Goes around the body and has kicked the goal. First of the game, and now one late in the third as well to give them the lead. 11-10-76 to 11-5-71. Trying to track it there was McDonald. Tackled immediately. Holding free kick. Yarra Glen looking to build forward. Wood. Spent some time off the ground, obviously. Finds the target. Indepina on the lead, who had a shot from slightly further out than this in the first quarter. Made the distance but missed it to the left. This one almost directly in front. Had no problems at all on the carry. Looking to restore the lead late in the third term. They trail by 5. And now they trail by 4. Second behind, 11-6-72 to 11-10-76. Hamilton plays on and thumps the left foot kick down the middle. Good mark taken. Sent forward, ball hits the deck, taken by Brown. Hacks it up towards attacking 50. Gurney in game 200. Puts a little shepherd on. Trying to get a path there for Beattie. It's worked back towards about 25. They're under the pump down there close to goal. Good gallant defending from Russell. .25 metres around from the Belgrave goal, sharing the hand passes around. It came out from King. Doesn't go the required distance, bouncing that one down towards about 25. It comes back to King. Low ball is socked. Gainley there in defence from Gurney. Close to the line, it stays in play and eventually tracks over for a behind. So the margin is at 5, 11-11-77 to 11-6-72. So it looks as if it had just gone the left-hand side of the post, so been deemed to be a boundary throw-in, so take that behind away. 11-10 to 11-6. Free kick for a hold. Big decision as to which way this is going to go. And it's going to be a free kick here to the last goal scorer in Prismic. So his two shots have been on the run in general play. Goes to the set shot this time, pushes it a long way across the face and just sneaks it in for a behind. 2 goals, 1 to Prismic. And we get to that result anyway, 11-11, 77 to 11-6, 72. Chipped up the middle, that works out okay. Mark taken by Chamberlain. 40 from the goal. He's defending. Kick hangs in the air, but that's okay. Ashton takes the mark. Wheels onto the right. Great kick forward. Pina's got it on the wing. Couple of options coming past. Not sure that was the best play, but they've maintained possession. Chamberlain tracked it forward. Goes through the hands there of McDonald, who will go back after it. Dives in low. Umpire says okay and will bounce it. And they scrounge back the lead late. They've led quarter time by 6 points, half time by 16, trail by 5 now. They'll get the chance to go inside 50 from that free kick. Had a reasonable game, has Surplice. Goes and finds a leading target. Slightly too far out to score. Ferns has been looking lively. It gets through the back. Hawkins, like a cannonball, charges into that pack. Good strong tackle from Wood. Kick out. Ferns now turns tackler. Hand pass is squeezed out by Bryce. Pressure put on there by Johnston. Goes to ground and will have a bounce. McDonald knocked off the line of the ball. Woods just got boot to ball, so the umpire deeming that that was enough. High contact, so the free kick, much to the frustration of Belgrave, will eventually go Yarra Glen's way. A stack of time left in this third term. Can they even just psychologically take that lead into the last term? Give them a stack of confidence. Great mark taken in defence. It's been a good quarter in Belgrave. 6 goals 4 to 3 goals 1. Out wide to Weston. Beggs. Crashes into the pack and will have a bounce. Ashton onto the boot. An inside-out torpedo. Lands around a couple of them. Brown, good composure. Stood, waited for the ball to come. None. Attacks it hard. Takes a good mark. Turns onto the right. Thumps it long towards an open forward line. Beggs spills the mark as he was tracking into the open goal, but gets the result anyway. It was perfectly set up until that last little mistake, but they were able to make amends and get their 7th of the quarter, and they take an 11-point lead. 12-11, 83. Yarra Glen 11-6, 72. Prismic it was who came in and mopped that up. Gets goal number 3. Joins Power with 3 goals. Nunn and Dawson have a couple. For Yarra Glen, Hawkins 5, Smith with 2 in this quarter.
35 seconds left on the third.
So one chance to score based on the centre clearance and which way it goes. Smith with a little kick. Doesn't go all that far. Van der Westhausen tracking after it. Did well to keep himself free there. Off to Smith, who kicks over the shoulder inside 50. Another good defensive mark taken. Controlled it well. Chips into the middle. Johnston will go towards Beggs there. Climbs high and pulls in a good mark. Quickly onto the left. Another one here would be a big blow. The siren sounds just as Nunn was getting away on the lead. All spilt in any case, but a good third quarter from the visitors turns a 16-point deficit into an 11-point lead. 12-11-83 to Yarra Glen, 11-6-72. Goals for Belgrave, 3 to Prismic, 3 to Power, 2 to Dawson and Nunn. Singles to Fritz and Beggs for Yarra Glen, 5 to Hawkins, 2 to Smith. Singles to McDonald, Ashton, Ryan. But we have seen momentum swing a few times in this contest. Can Yarra Glen mount another challenge to record what would be a pretty important victory to kickstart their season?
Yarra Glen versus Belgrave, fourth quarter.
Can they get it done? How are you feeling about the other fitness levels?
Oh, confident. I reckon we'll bring them out. So I'm hoping for a win. We need a win.
We'll do a fair bit for the group. Obviously, the function tonight as well. Always nice when there's that winning flavour around the club, particularly early to get into the season. And Belgrave looking to bounce back from last week's loss to Warburton, who have the bye this week. We'll head around the grounds to those outer east scores in a minute. Premier and Division 1 as Yarra Glen go forward first. Ashton, who was important through the first half, turns that ball over to Brown, who's been a good contributor through the contest. Nice hands there from Pentland. Finds a runner coming past up towards Nunn. Went through the hands, almost interfered with. Socket off the ground out towards Binion. Goes through his legs. Lays a nice follow-up tackle. No free kick there. Centering ball from Prismic. Contest from Wilson. Well to try to lock it in. Smith with the releasing hand pass. Good vision into the middle of the ground. Woods just needed the bounce. Gets penalised there for a hold in the middle of the ground. Forward it goes. Mark taken. Early shot at goal here coming up to Beggs, who's been influential. Only kicked the one, but had a hand in quite a few others. In the Premier Grade, Wandon 11-10-76. Lead Warrior Alec 10-8-68. That game's the lead has changed at the end of each term. Healesville 10-24-84. Lead Emerald 2-8-80. The 2-8-20 rather. So they've been accurate, Healesville, but it doesn't look like it's going to cost them. 10 goals, 24 to three-quarter time.
Jesus.
Mount Evelyn 8-10-58. Lead Gembrook 7-6-48. That's still anyone's game. That's a nice kick. Beggs gets his second. Margin out to 17. And pressure on Yarra Glen now to get the next. 13-11-89 to 11-6-72. Upway Tacoma 10-8-68. Lead Officer 8-5-53. Alinda Fernie Creek 9-16-70. Lead Monbulk 7-11-53. And then looking at the Div 1 scores. Pakenham 20 goals, 24, 144. Lead Powtown 139, 135 points the margin there. Back in the middle. Wood gets away from a couple. Hand pass to Wilson. Just got the hand pass away. Wood goes back in after it again. Keeps it in front of himself. Then a nice release hand pass to McDonald. Goes inside 50. Capuano putting some pressure on. Also down there was Chamberlain. Battle will gather it outside 50. Turns on to the left. Bouncing just short there of Depina, about 35 metres from goal. Fed back from Ryan to Hamilton. Close to the boundary and over. Yay 11-9-75. Yarra Junction 7-8-50. And Seville 15-9-99. Lead Alexandra 8-14-62. So 37 points the margin in that one. Chamberlain comes out, snaps that high in the air. Can they make something of this? Hawkins looked like he was blocked out of the way. It's going to be a free kick. So the man who kicked 5 in the first half.
Gone a bit quiet in the second.
But this would be a timely 6th goal. He had a shot for his 6th in the second quarter. Kicked 5, as we mentioned, against Yarra last year. So this for his best haul. 38 goal season last year. 3 last week, and now he's got 6. And Yarra Glen get that crucial answer to bring it back to 11 points. 12-6-78 to 13-11-89. Big goal for the boys.
Big goal indeed. Something we needed, and hopefully we can keep on going. Good chocky.
Cameraman tucking into the Carmen's muesli bars. So Wilson in the ruck. He's competed pretty well over the last few minutes in a couple. Holding free kick, though, goes the way of Pentland for Belgrave. Long ball forward, intercepted.
Marshy.
So Marsh doing it well in the air, off to the 200 gamer. And Gurney sends it to the half-back line. Kept on running, won't quite get that back. The kick hangs in the air, not a great ball. Smith couldn't do much with that. One back here for the Magpies. A little bit of kick-to-kick, though. Ashton crunched in that marking contest. The hurried shot at goal was marked by none in the square, but a free kick back to Yarra Glen. Now, can they open up the ground here? Some tired bodies. Evidence chasing after that. DePina did well to Wood, who should be a little bit fresher from some time off the ground. Imposed via a card. It gets out the back towards Hawkins. Off a step, wobbles the kick inside 50. Can they trace this into the open goal? Onto the left and bouncing it away to the left. 10-point game. 12-7 plays 13-11. Other around the ground scores is the Western Bulldogs taking on the Brisbane Lions at Norwood. Brisbane Bulldogs 2-4-16, Brisbane 2-2-14. First quarter of that one as Belgrave work it up the middle. Target of that kick was Wood, couldn't take the mark. Kick partially smothered, bouncing down towards the pocket and over for a throw-in. Contest at the fall of the ball. Clearing kick out of there from Wood into the middle. Brown breaks one tackle. Just got the hand pass away. Sling tackle, said the umpire. Free kick against McDonald. Brown cramping a little bit. You'd expect that from players in a 31-degree day. Kick had too much on it there for Power. He kicked 3 goals in the third term. Comes off hands, hurried shot at goal, goes across the face, bounces along the line and over for a throw-in. Smith read it well, goes into the middle of the ground. Chamberlain juggles the mark. Goes forward, caught behind there was Smith. Now the hurried snap there from Napina falls short, marked in the goal square. Long ball, Pentland waiting underneath it, gets over the back. Becomes a bit of a foot race with some tired legs. Doing a pretty good job there to wrestle into it was Ashton. Good strength in there from Bryce. Snap out to the path of Smith, outpointed there by King, who did it really well. Balked around one, kicked it to Wilson, who was lying on the ground. Hand pass Back in the direction there of Smith. Instead it comes towards Capuano. It's in hack towards the top of the square. Smith caught behind. Here's Hawkins lurking around. Won't shoot for 7. Gives it off to Ashton, who should kick the goal and does. Second goal of the second half for Ben Ashton. Back-to-back goals makes it a 4-point contest. 13-7-85 to 13-11-89. Back in the middle, one kick game. Just when it looked like Belgrave were about to take control with a 17-point lead, it's a 4-point contest. Smith's given them plenty of drive since half-time especially. Goes around the body towards half-forward. Capuano did well. Thumps it long on the left towards Hawkins, who's down there in a one-on-one. Good spoil at the back there. Vitali works it towards the line. Ball to be thrown back in. Chamberlain. Quick kick out of there, doesn't go all that far. Quick give, Depina towards McDonald, stripped of the football throw, says the umpire. Wide the kick goes, Wood. And now Power takes the mark in front of his own team's dugout. If it gets over the back here, none can be dangerous. Tries to paddle that one on. Webber runs straight into traffic. And Belgrave can go inside 50. Prismic has 3 goals on the game. None has snuck out the back. Takes the mark. But a free kick for a push, is it? It is. So there's certainly probably been less whistles in the second half than there were in the first, but certainly some influential ones. Dawson intercepts, goes towards the square, mark taken, well left by Beggs, who saw Weston coming down and takes the mark in the right forward pocket. And just that ball use coming out of defence. And the turnover allowing Belgrave the opportunity. They should convert from here. 15 metres out, slight angle, pushes it across and one behind. So it's a 5-point game. 13-12 plays 13-7. Capuano takes the kick in. Keen to move it on quickly. They've got certainly more time than that, but trying to get some speed on the ball. Smith goes off the ground in danger. Hurt himself in the process. That's always one of those ones where your heart's in your mouth a little bit, that either player doesn't come out of that with an awful injury.
He'll walk it off.
Obviously seen some of those nasty ones in soccer and the like. Johnston puts it into a dangerous position but coughs it up. Still a 5-point game. Just inside the boundary line underneath the scoreboard. Capuano had a bit of the ball in this last quarter. Took a bit of time. Hand pass, a risky one. King trapped it well. Coughs it up on the hand pass. The 200 gamer, Gurney with a bit of guile there. Chips into the middle of the grounds. Poor kick there looking for Binion. It falls well short of that. Fritz takes the mark. 2-on-1 here in favour of Yarra Glen. Munn did pretty well to get rid of his opponent, but ball stays alive. Mark low to the ground there on Prentice. High kick, all the numbers here with Belgrave. Can they make a contest? They can. Yarra Glen to bring it to ground. Binion, hand pass to Smith. Smith, clever chipping kick. Finds Van der Westhausen, goes towards Hawkins, who marks. Too far out to score this time, but he's got a couple of runners pushing inside 50 and he finds one. 40 to 45 metres from home. Might be battle out there, is it?
Yep, no battle. Fun fact about him, made it into the Herald Sun last year about his footy ability. First year playing, good basketballer.
Is that a fine-worthy offence at a local club to pop up in the paper?
I'm going to give it to him anyway.
It's a battle from 45 metres out for the lead. Pushes it across the face. It might not be a score. It stays in. And Ferns, who's taken some big marks, takes one close to goal. Not an easy kick, though.
Jakey Ferris, under 17. Oh, under 18s actually. His first senior game last week for Yarra Glen. Kicks a goal, and hopefully he can kick another one now for us. Interleague boy. Good player, good kid.
Pokes the kick low and misses to the right-hand side. 13-8, place 13-12. Roughly halfway, or slightly beyond halfway in this term. Worked up towards half-back. Rentos takes the mark. Off to Binion. Down towards attacking 50. Hawkins gets the hand pass out. Outside of the boot there from DePina was smothered. And it's allowed out for a throw-in close to goal. There's a kick in it. Kick partially smothered. Quick give out Smith. High snap at goal. It's an interesting one with the post going everywhere, but it's out to the right-hand side. 13-9 to 13-12. Just the 3 points in it.
6 minutes left.
Kick out towards the half-back flank. Free kick for a push. Yarra Glen's way. They're about to send it inside 50 anyway. Ashton. DePina couldn't quite take the mark, but he's going to get a free kick, is he? Arm chop. Now, as we mentioned, he's made the distance on both shots, but missed them to the left, both at this end of the ground. Around the mark. This is the one if he can get this one online. Short run up. Kick from 49. And that's heading left again. Well left and out of bounds on the full. Thumping kick in. At the back Beggs. Good grab. Umpire not paying that. Looked like he'd done enough. Came up with the footy. Looked like he certainly had first hands on it. Taken out of there by McDonald. Jams the kick up towards attacking 50. All bounces. Pentland with the kick out. Some players hobbling around out there. It comes to Wood. Kicks towards a leading target. Gets through the hands of a couple. Jostling at the fall. Comes through towards Ashton. Kick into the middle of the ground. Will be marked by Fong at centre half back. Wide goes the kick. Punched down there by Chamberlain. Going after it again. Comes out via Smith. Hacking kick forward. Capuano caught behind, but gets a hand on it at ground level. Umpire calls it to play on. Wood. All one-on-ones ahead. Hawkins could be the man. Doesn't hold on. It might come back to him here. He gets onto the right. It would be fitting. Snaps high. And I reckon he's got it. He does. 7 to Josh Hawkins, and the lead to Yarra Glen with about 4 minutes or thereabouts to play.
3.5 minutes left on the old school clock timer.
Brereton coming back out onto the ground. A couple of changes for Belgrave as well. Coming in Bryce for the centre bounce. Also got Johnston heading forward, coming out onto the wing here as well is Regan Freeman. So Yarra Glen, just the 2 wins last season. Belgrave finalists and won an elimination final. Would be a big result for the home side. Also be a big result if Belgrave can find their way through this to kickstart their campaign. High contact, free kick. Smith, who's been big, places a kick out to the path. Shocking bounce there for Binion, who might go back in after it again. Traps it, hand passes inside 50. Off a step, McDonald with a flying shot at goal, gets it there. They've kicked the last 4 to turn the 17-point deficit into a 9-point lead. And now it's a huge ask for Belgrave. They've got to kick 2 in a couple of minutes. Bryce gets the tap down. Wood lays the tackle. So the ball to be thrown up again in the circle. Tice is there. It's worked out. Umpire's paid advantage. Brown goes forward. Little half volley kick. Asking a bit of the forwards there. Wood underneath it. And we'll have a bounce once more. Smith crawling after it. Squeezing the kick forward. McDonald up towards the wing position. Shocking bounce.
Go, Bob. Go, Bob.
Taken there by Ashton. Bounces it to about 50. Belgrave got to be very clean here. Take it from one end to the other and then win the centre clearance. Wood goes forward towards the top of the goal square. One more would definitely finish it. Can they squeeze the shot away here? They can. It's across the face. Well across the face. And it will be thrown in. Looked like it might have hit the behind post, but burrowing around at the fall of it. It's at the wrong end of the ground for Belgrave, who need clean possession. Ferris gets it out. Hurried kick there by Chamberlain, who's done some good things. Back to the goal square. Off hands, close, conceding a behind. So that gets them possession. They've got to go coast to coast. 2 goals they need. Up the middle. Quick kick there from Pentland, bouncing it down towards half forward. Can they jag one here and give themselves half a chance? Paddling it forward there is Fritz up towards Johnston. Long kick down towards the square. Contest in the air, it gets over the back. Under pressure. They bring it to ground. Can they? Last chance. Must kick a goal from this and then get the opportunity from the middle. Hand pass out. Can they get it? Quick snap here. Kick smothered. And over for a throw in. It was King. Got possession. At the fall, laying on top of it, but tired bodies, and we'll call for a bounce. Almost there, Yarra Glen, but Belgrave close enough if they can jag one here. Binion tries to get the hand pass out. Pentland runs into the tackle. Taken here by Prismic. Centering kick. Hawkins pushing a long way up as well to add to that defensive press. He's done a pretty good job. They tie it up in the middle of the ground. They've broken it free here, and with an open forward line, Capuano will bomb it long. It'll run, it'll bounce. Chance for Smith if it sits. Copped a cruel one. Belgrave down the middle. Time very much against them. They'll get a free kick though. They'll want to take advantage from this. Unable to do so, so it'll come back. Long ball down the middle. To centre half forward. Paddled into a little bit of space. Stripped of it. Play on's the call. Thump down the middle there from Wood. Out towards the wing position. Ferris should get there first. Nudged out of the way. Barreled forward there by Belgrave. Down towards Power as the siren sounds. First home outing for Yarra Glen, and they get the result. 15-10 100 to 13-12 97 to Hawkins. 2 to McDonald, Ashton and Smith, with singles to Ryan Smith and Surplice for Belgrave. 3 each to Prismic and Power. 2 to Dawson, Nunn, and also Beggs, with 1 goal to Fritz as well, rounding it out for them. So Yarra Glen on the board in season 2025. Great game of footy. They get the job done by 10 points. Lead changes the whole way through. Momentum swings. Belgrave with the first 4 goals of the game. Yarra Glen with the next 6. And then a seesawing affair all the way from that point on. And a tremendous result for the home side, who top the ton and get a very valuable 4 points in the process. I've been here for localfootyhub.com.au. You can download the app for all of your live games, latest news, match replays, team and player stats, and all of that, of course, on the Pedders suspension and breaks. In fact, our best on ground certainly goes to Josh Hawkins for Pedders suspension and breaks. Goal of the day probably goes to Power for the long range shot in the third term for architectural cladding supplies. And the mark of the day, I reckon Ferris, for some of the big ones that he took down for game face vision, gets the job done. We're here for Healesville Greyhounds, great local spectacle if you want to head along to that as well. But it is Yarra Glen as we sign off on this round 2 Outer East Division 1 contest, victorious by 10 points.